Hello students, right now, so after nomenclature, it's the time to discuss about isomerism. So let us start isomerism. Isomerism. Isomerism means when same molecular formula represents two or more compounds. Clear? Means molecular formula remains same. They can differ from one another on the basis of so many factors. You can consider regarding their structure. Structurally they can be differ from one another. So let us discuss compounds. Compounds having same molecular formula but different physical and chemical properties. But different physical and chemical properties are said to be isomers to one another, are said to be isomers to each other, isomers to each other, and this phenomenon is known as isomerism. Is known as isomerism. Clear? For example, if I consider a general formula, for example, if I consider a compound having general formula, let's say C2H6O. Clear? So this particular molecular formula, I can write it two different compound for this. One can be, you see, CH3 CH2OH. This one is known as ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. Clear? Again another compound which correspond to this particular molecular formula, I can write CH3OCH3, and you know this is called dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether. Can you tell me these two compounds are different or same? Obviously different, but correspond to same molecular formula C2H6O. Clear? And their physical and chemical properties are also varied. How? You see, first of all, the physical state, this compound ethyl alcohol is a liquid. It exists as a liquid. But dimethyl ether, it is a gas. Next, in case of ethyl alcohol, its boiling point is near about 350 Kelvin. Okay. 351 Kelvin. But in case of dimethyl ether, its boiling point is a little bit of less, that is its boiling point is near about 249 Kelvin. Do you know why? Because ethyl alcohol has tendency to form intermolecular hydrogen bond, you know. So CH3 C2H5 collectively I can write C2H5 OH. Here delta minus delta plus charge separation is there. So alcohol molecules associated like this. This is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. But such bonding interaction is not possible in case of ether. That's why its boiling point is a little bit of a less. Next, if you treat this ethyl alcohol regarding one of its chemical properties, CH3C2OH, this is ethyl alcohol. If you treat it with hydrogen iodide, then what you will get over here? So definitely elimination of water molecule, liberation of water molecule is there, leading to C2H5i, that is ethyl iodide. Ethyl iodide you are getting in case of ethyl alcohol. But here in case of a dimethyl ether, CH3O CH3, if you treat it with hydroiodic acid, then what you will get? Two molecules of, one will be CH3OH alcohol, methyl alcohol, and methyl iodide you are getting. So likewise they differ in their chemical behavior as well as your physical behavior. So these two, ethyl alcohol and dimethyl ether, are known as isomers to each other, and this process overall is known as isomerism. Clear? Next we will discuss types of isomerism. Types of isomerism. Isomerism broadly classified into two categories. It is of two types. One is structural isomerism and another one is stereoisomerism. Clear? So structural isomerism means compounds having same molecular formula but different structural formula. Structurally they are different. Compounds having same molecular formula, but different structural formula. Different structural formula are structural isomers, are called structural isomers, and this phenomenon is known as structural isomerism. And this phenomenon is known as structural isomerism. Clear? Then stereoisomerism, we will discuss it later. Generally again compounds same molecular formula but differ from one another on the basis of three-dimensional spatial arrangement. How atoms are arranged differently in 3 dimension. You have to figure out over here 3-dimensional structure of the molecules. So we will discuss it later, but till now you just write down the definition. The compounds which differ on the basis of spatial arrangement of atoms or groups spatial arrangement of atoms or groups are known as stereoisomers, and this phenomenon is known as stereoisomerism is known as stereoisomerism, or you can say this is called space isomerism. Space isomerism. Okay, so right now it's important to discuss about structural isomerism. So you just note down it. Next we will discuss types of structural isomerism. Types of structural isomerism. So I can represent it in some precise way. Structural isomerism broadly classified into first one, that is chain isomerism. Next, functional isomerism. Next, that is positional isomerism. Positional isomerism. Next, ring chain isomerism. Ring chain isomerism. Next category that can be metamerism, and the final, that one is tautomerism. Tautomerism. So these are the basically 6 types of structural isomerism are there: chain isomerism, functional isomerism, positional isomerism, ring chain isomerism, metamerism, and tautomerism. Clear? So let's first discuss about the first type, that is chain isomerism. Chain isomerism. Again, isomerism means compounds having same molecular formula. Compounds having same molecular formula but differ from one another, in the arrangement of carbon atoms. In the arrangement of carbon atoms in the longest chain. In the longest chain, that is may be straight or branched. Straight or branched. You can write it within bracket. Are known as chain isomers. Are known as chain isomers. Known as chain isomers, and such phenomenon is known as chain isomerism. Chain isomerism. Clear? For example, if I consider CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. This is N-butane, a straight chain. I can make it branch like this. You see, CH3, CH, CH3, CH3. See, same molecular formula. Number of carbon atoms 4, here also 4. Number of hydrogen atoms 3 to 5 to 7, 3, 10, 3, 3, 6, 3, 9 plus 1, 10. So molecular formula same, but and this one is 2-methyl propane. You can say 2-methyl propane, or you can say isobutane. So these two are, here it is a straight chain, but here this chain is branched. So these two are chain isomers. Chain isomers. Chain isomers. Clear? Suppose I am considering another compound over here, that is CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. This is N-pentane. It can also be written in this form: CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. This is isopentane. Again it can be written in this form also: CH3, C, CH3, CH3, CH3. This one is called neopentane. Neopentane. So all these compounds are chain isomers to each other. These three are chain isomers to each other. You see, this one is a straight chain and further branching increases. So same molecular formula, three different compounds having different physical and chemical properties. So these are known as chain isomers. Clear? Next we will discuss position isomerism. The type of isomerism, that is position isomerism. Position isomerism. This type of isomerism particularly arises due to this type of isomerism arises due to the different position of positions of atoms or groups, generally known as substituents. You can write within bracket substituents or different positions of double bond or triple bond in alkenes and alkynes in the same carbon chain. You can write in the same carbon chain. These are known as position isomers. For example, simple example I am providing you. Let's say CH3, CH2, CH2, NO2. You see this one? 1 nitropropane you can write. 1, 2, 3. 1 nitropropane. Here nitro group acts as substituent attached to carbon number 1. Similar carbon skeleton should be there: CH3, CH, NO2, CH3. Here you see 1, 2, 3. Nitro group, the position of nitro group is changed. It is attached to carbon number 2. So 2 nitropropane. 2 nitropropane. These two are position isomers. Position isomers. Again, if I consider this one, see this one is CH2 double bond CH, CH2, CH3. This one is but 1 ENE. This compound can be written as CH3, CH, CH, CH3. Here you see this is but 2 ENE. These are two different compounds, but they differ from each other by the position of double bonds. Here it is present in between 1 and 2, and here it is present between 2 and 3. That's why these two are position isomers. Position isomers. Got it? Next we will discuss ring chain isomerism. Ring chain isomerism. Here compounds possessing both open chain and closed ring structures are known as ring chain isomers. Ring chain isomers. Ring chain isomers. That means these compounds differ on the basis of mode of linking of carbon atoms. On the basis of mode of linking of carbon atoms. They exhibit open chain structure as well as closed ring structure. For example, if I consider propene, this one is propene. It can also written like this: CH2 double bond CH single bond CH3. This is propene. That clear? So it can be written in this form. Tell me: CH2 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 CH2. This is cyclopropane. Here carbon atoms have closed ring structure. So these two are ring chain isomers. Ring chain isomers. Again, if I consider this one, CH3 C triple bond CH. Clear? Methyl acetylene, the name of this compound is, or you can say prop1YNA. It can be written like this: CH double bond CH single bond CH2 single bond CH2. You see this compound having same formula: C3H2 C2C3H4. So this one is cyclopropane. So these two are ring chain isomers. Ring chain isomers. Clear? Next, very important, that is functional isomerism. Functional isomerism. Compounds having same molecular formula, but different functional groups, but having different functional groups are known as functional isomers, are known as functional isomers. Example, at the beginning I have told you, suppose CH3CH2OH, this is ethyl alcohol. I can write having different functional group. This one same molecular formula, this is dimethyl ether. Here you see functional group is alcohol. Again, it can be arranged in such a way that in this compound the functional group is ether. So these two are functional isomers. Functional isomers. Similarly, if I consider propionaldehyde CH3 CH2 C double bond OH, this is propanol. Clear? It can be, here the functional group is aldehyde functional group. This one is aldehyde. It can be arranged in this way: CH3 C double bond O CH3. Right now this group is your ketone, so this is Ac2. So these are functional isomers. Again, it can be written like this. You see, that is CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2 OH. Here you just count number of carbon atoms: 1 2 3. Number of hydrogen atoms: 2 1 3 2 5 1 6, and 1 oxygen atom is there. So this is called allyl alcohol. Allyl alcohol. It may also write in this manner: CH2 double bond CH single bond O CH3. Here you see almost same molecular formula, but this one is the vinyl group, methyl group. So you can write methyl vinyl ether. Methyl vinyl ether. Again, it may also write in this way: C H2O CH3. You see, C3 2 1 3 3 6 C3H6O. So this is 1 2 1 2 epoxypropane. 1 2 epoxypropane. It may also write in this manner also, that is again CH2 single bond CH2 C H OH. Here you see C3 2 2 4 2 6. So this is cyclopropanol. It again also write in cyclic form: CH2 CH2O CH2. This is called oxytane, or you can write 1 2 3 1 3 epoxypropane. 1 3 epoxypropane. So all these are called functional isomers. Functional isomers having different functional groups. Clear? Next we will discuss metamerism. This type of isomerism arises particularly due to this type of isomerism arises due to different alkyl groups, attached to the same polyvalent functional group. So this type of specific functional group, that can be either ether or amine or thioether or carbonyl group, etc. Example: For example, let's say this one is C2H5O C2H5. This one is diethyl ether. Diethyl ether. I can change this alkyl group like CH3O C3H7. Is there any problem? You see, this is methyl group and this is propyl. So methyl propyl ether. So these two are metamers. Similarly, C2H5 NH C2H5. This is called diethylamine. Diethylamine. I can write again in similar way, that is CH3 NH C3H7. So this is methyl propylamine. Methyl propylamine. So these two are, again I can say, metamers. You see, they only differ on this alkyl group. There are two ethyl groups attached to the polyvalent oxygen atom, but right now the shape and size, or you can say the mass of alkyl groups being different here. This is methyl group, propyl group. Similar in this case also. For example, this one CH3 CH2 C double bond O CH2 CH3. This is a diethyl ketone. Two ethyl groups are attached to the ketonic group. Diethyl ketone. It can be written in this way also. You see, this one, this is propyl, this is methyl. So methyl propyl ketone. So again, these two are metamers. Clear? Next, that is tautomerism, the final structural isomerism. Tautomerism. This type of isomerism occur. This type of isomerism occurs in a substance which exists in two readily interconvertible structures. Interconvertible structures which leads to a dynamic equilibrium. Which leads to a dynamic equilibrium. Clear? So tautomerism, just shifting of atoms in the molecule. Just see, for example, it is broadly, one is dyad system and another one is triad system. How you see the migration takes place? Suppose hydrocyanic acid HCl, hydrocyanic acid, or you can say hydrogen cyanide. Clear? There exists a dynamic equilibrium between these two structures. How? HNC. Look at this structure. HNC. Here carbon is attached to hydrogen, but here nitrogen is added to hydrogen. Simple shifting of elements there, and these are rapidly interconvertible to one another, so that this equilibrium is called dynamic equilibrium. This is hydrogen isocyanide. This is a diode system. This interconversion takes place between two elements, so that this is diode system. In case of triad system, let us consider acetaldehyde. This one is acetaldehyde. C double bond O group is there. This is called keto group. Clear? And this hydrogen is highly acidic. Highly acidic. Acidic means since it is adjacent to carbonyl group, so it is a withdrawing group. Oxygen is more electronegative, so this bond towards the here, so this bond towards here, so hydrogen becomes more acidic. So what happens? This bond goes like this, and this pi bond goes like this. So here will be CH2 double bond C H single bond OH. So this proton can be here. This one is called vinyl alcohol. So this is keto form, and this is all form. OH group is there. So this is called keto-enol tautomerism. This is called keto-enol tautomerism. And mostly this keto form exists in the percentage of 100%, and enol form is 0%. Why? Because of this C double bond O is stronger than compared to carbon-carbon double bond. Here C double bond O is stronger than CC double bond. Its bond dissociation energy is maximum than compared to CC double bond. That's why this keto form is more stable in this case. Clear? Likewise, in case of acetone also, acetone CH2, I can open this hydrogen, C double bond O, CH3. Again, the equilibrium can be written like this, because reaction progress more in backward direction. This keto form is stable. This is keto form, and its enol form like this, this. So CH2 double bond C, this one will be OH, CH3. This is enol. Enol why? Because double bond is there, alkene, En, and all. For alcohol, all, En, null, enol form. So again, this one exists 100% same region. The dissociation energy of C double bond O is greater than that of C double bond C. That's why this one is more stable form. Clear? Similarly, particularly this keto-enol tautomerism occurs in case of compounds. In compounds, generally active hydrogen atom or acidic hydrogen. So I can write keto-enol tautomerism. Keto-enol tautomerism generally occurs in compounds having active methylene group. Having active methylene group. For example, let us consider in case of acetoacetic ester. Let us consider in case of acetoacetic ester. Clear? So the structure of acetoacetic ester that is CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, OC2H5. Acetoacetic ester. Here you see this CH2 group is called active methylene group. Active methylene group. Why? Because this hydrogen is strongly acidic. Highly acidic proton, because you see this methylene group is adjacent to two powerful withdrawing carbonyl group. That's why this hydrogen becomes more acidic, and its enol form you can write like this manner. Here this bond goes like that and it goes like this. So there exists dynamic equilibrium, CH3, C, again this one becomes OH. There exists a double bond between carbon and this carbon, C double bond O, O C2H5. This is its enol form. Double bond is there, En or enol form. Keto form, enol form. Okay, and particularly in this case, this enol form is more stable because there exists delta minus delta plus intermolecular hydrogen bond is there. Intermolecular hydrogen bond is there. Clear? So with this we finish your chapter isomerism and stereoisomerism. We will discuss later. So till now this one. Thank you for watching.